Hi, my name is Neonshay Gardner. I want to give a special thanks to the Community Action League for being there for me when no one else could be there for me, especially close friends and relatives and things like that. I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you so much for your patience with me and understanding, especially for Farrell Mitchell. I appreciate everything that's been done for me. At a point in time in my life, I was doing okay, but then I ended up meeting this guy, and things were cool. And it's like 3 stages. I believe it's like the honeymoon stage, the tension stage, and then basically the explosion. And at that time in my life, I didn't know that I was in the honeymoon stage. This had to take place in 2021 when I first met him. And everything was cool for a while. I thought we were in love. We were talking about having kids and things like that. And then the abuse started verbally first. And at a point in time, I wouldn't say anything. And at that point, it was tension that was building between us. And to the point, I started to talk back and argue with him, giving him what he wanted, basically, because he wanted a reaction out of me. And for all the young girls out there, I just hope you guys pay attention to the signs sooner than later, because a lot of people don't make it out of domestic violence. But anyways, we were building tension, and I ended up pregnant too around this time. This is what, 2022 now. I was pregnant. Well, 2020, ending of 2021, I got pregnant. We met in 2020. 2021, I got pregnant in July, and I had my daughter in 2022, May. Now, February 2022 is when the abuse started. From when I was about 7 months pregnant. We were cool. He wanted to hang out with his friends that day after we went out for dinner. I didn't want him to go because, you know, when you're pregnant, you feel vulnerable, lonely, and all that. I didn't want him to leave. He wanted to leave, and from then, he attacked me. So when he attacked me, he did a lot of things to me, but mainly was choking and hitting me in my lower back and in my legs. So I ended up calling the ambulance, or the police came. He left or whatever, and then I wound up in a hospital because I couldn't walk because of my back was, because he socked me in my lower back. Yeah, I was 7 months pregnant, so it sucked. So I went to the hospital. I made a report thinking like, okay, he did wrong. Let me try to make it better or whatever. Well, not better, but let justice be served in so many words. So that happened. After that, I went back home. He came back too, of course, with the honeymoon phase, the sweet words and affection after the explosion. So, like I said, I was pregnant. I didn't want to be not a single mother, so much to say, but I just didn't want to be alone, so I took him back. And then after that, I ended up having my daughter. He didn't put his hands on me from February all the way up until I had my daughter. I kind of felt the tension building again. So May, I had my daughter. June, I was due to move into my new place. I moved into my new place. Same day that I moved into my new place, thinking that because I didn't go to court, he wouldn't go to jail. But he ended up being arrested at work for that situation. Me just being like, oh, we were doing so good and all this, I bailed him out. When I bailed him out, we were cool that day. We went shopping. He was there for at least 2 days in jail. I bailed him out on the 3rd day. We went shopping for the house and things like that, and we were fine until later on that night. He got upset because he felt like I put him in jail. And I'm thinking all of this is behind us now, but here we are again, getting ready for another explosion. The explosion comes. I ended up having a fractured nose. My brother was on his way to my house. He ended up fighting my brother because He has me captive in a house at this point. So many words, because we live together. He wouldn't let me leave in my car or anything like that. So we go from there to him leaving again, and we officially called it quits at that point. My daughter is about 1 month at that time, and then after that, me thinking like, okay, time's passed or whatever, and here he goes with the honeymoon stage again after the explosion. And me not understanding at that time the cycles of abuse, it kind of endangered me and my kids. So it came upon a time to where we went out, we did like little, not dates, but we took the kids out to Chuck E. Cheese. My daughter's birthday came around. I couldn't attend at that time, so he just did her birthday party separately. Now we're, I believe, in 2023, May. So we did her birthday party separately. After that, he ended up reaching out to me, and we were on talking terms, basically working on co-parenting, trying to figure out a way we could both be there equally for the child. But little did I know, he had other intentions. So he seen me doing better and things like that, and maintaining the rent without him and stuff. So he ended up getting his apartment. He's like, hey, do you mind dropping her off to me? My car's out of commission, or whatever was going on with the car at that time. I let him come. I didn't let him come. I went to go drop her off, and when I dropped her off, I came in, we spoke for a little bit, like, oh, hey, how you been, type of conversation. And then he got upset with me. Maybe it was because he was feeling as if I moved on, because he tried to put me back in that honeymoon phase, and I didn't want to stay there with him. I thought, I'm just coming to drop my daughter off. It shouldn't be a big deal, you know? So that night in particularly, he forced me to not stay at his house, but he wouldn't let me leave in the amount of time that I was there. I would say I was there for about 45 minutes. So he ended up getting upset, and he called me a bitch, and I felt disrespected, so I called him a bitch back, and he socked me so many times I can't even remember, all in my face, to where I kept screaming and yelling for him to stop. It's kind of hard to talk about, but you know, I kept yelling and screaming for him to stop hitting me and stuff, and he wouldn't stop hitting me. So when he finally gained control of himself and he realized what he did and he seen my face, he didn't want me to leave. So at this point, I feel like it's fight or flight mode for me that's kicking in, because I haven't even seen my face yet, but he's like, oh, I'm sorry, all in my face and stuff. And I go to the bathroom, like I could feel the knots in my eyes from when he socked me. So yeah, I go to the bathroom, I'm looking at my face, and I'm like, look what you did, this, that, and the other. I'm looking for my phone and my keys, because of course during that time it was knocked out of my hands for me trying to stop him from attacking me. So it really sucked because my daughter was there. So and now I'm feeling like uncomfortable, like I don't want to leave her there, but then I have no choice, because he's still like in a rage, because I keep crying in the mirror over my face. He's begging me to stay at his house until my face heals. He didn't want anybody to see what he had did to me. So I ended up getting out the house, running. I didn't go directly to my car, because I knew he would be on his way to my car too as well. So I just took off running. And then after a while, I hid behind some stairs. I called a friend to come pick me up. She met me, not even pick me up, but just get my car for me, in so many words. She met me, I got in her car, she went to my car, that was it. He ended up in jail for 3 months after that for that situation, and then he got out. When he got out this time, I ended up losing my apartment because I wasn't able to go to work because the way my face looked. And I believe that was in August that was in July beginning of August, ending of July when he attacked me. It took my face about 3 weeks to get back to regular. I had yet again another fractured nose. I had deep scratches in my neck. And yeah, so I wasn't presentable enough to go outside. So after that,